Hello, my name is Armando and I'm here with my friend Joel, and I will be teaching him how to play the 4 mallet technique. There are two different techniques. There's the Burton grip and the Stevens grip. We'll start off with the Burton grip. First Burton grip will be using your index finger and your thumb, holding it, making sure it's about an inch out. And the second mallet will cross behind it. It'll go in between the index finger and middle finger, like so. And you'll just wrap all 3 fingers right around it. And there's your Burton grip right there. Okay? Making sure whenever you're about to play, your wrist will stay flat. And you'll just use a piston stroke, which will be just straight down and it goes back up. You're starting up position, and down and it goes back up. Okay? Let's go and try it. Place the first one.
Like that?
Yeah, that's fine. And then use the second one. A little cross behind it. There you go. There you go. Now go ahead and try using both to play. There you go. One more time. Yeah, that's fine. And now, using the same grip, Burton grip, we will try changing the intervals. So when it comes to that, you'll basically have the Burton's grip, and then if you need a smaller interval, you'll kind of slide your finger up and push your thumb, so both mallets will come together. So when you're playing, let's say you need a smaller interval, you just push them together and move the index finger out of the way. And then if you need a wider interval, you use the index finger to spread them apart. Meanwhile, it's still crossed in the back and you're still using the grip. I'm gonna go and give that a shot.
Sure.
Let's go ahead and try it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. Just a normal one. One more time. Now try getting a smaller interval. So removing the index finger and then pushing it with the thumb. A little more. There you go. And now try using the same movement. Starting up. There you go. There you go. One more time. Okay. And now reverting back to the original one. Just slide your index finger right between them again. There you go. And then using the same motion. Yeah, it's perfect. And it'll also depend on the interval. So the way where you place your index finger will be depending on that interval. So if you want a second, your finger probably be just out of the way. If you want a third or a fourth, it'll be slightly farther apart. And then for larger intervals, it'll just be as far as you can go for that. Okay. The next grip is the Stevens grip. For that one, you'll place the bottom of the stick kind of like on this fatty part of the thumb, and you'll still hold it with your index finger and your thumb. And then the next stick will go lined up with this line of your fingers, in between your middle finger and your ring finger, like so. And then when you're playing, your wrist will have to be vertical. It won't be sideways or flat. It'll be vertical. Okay, like so. Make sure in the back they're not going to be crossing, and they don't have to be so far out either. They can just stay here. And the main issue for this one would be have to keep this stick up, keep the right one up, having to develop the muscle in your ring finger and pinky to keep it up, because most of the times a lot of students droop it like so. So the issue will be having to keep it parallel, making sure they're both able to hit. And like I said, meanwhile, your wrist will have to stay vertical. Would you give it a shot?
Sure. Something like that?
Yeah, that's good. Actually, try to keep it a little bit more on the fat part. There you go. That'll be fine there. There you go.
Something
Make
like
sure
that.
your wrist is vertical, and make sure this one's not drooping. So use your, there you go. Now try hitting it using the same motion, piston stroke. There you go. There you go. And now for, can I borrow them one more time? For the interval changes on this one's a bit more straightforward, but some people find it a little bit more difficult. And it's basically moving your index finger and thumb at the same time, closer together. So you'll have it this way when you're playing it. You're basically pointing out and then coming back in for the intervals. So you're pointing out and then you come back in for that one. Okay? And it's mainly your index finger and your thumb doing all the work. Okay, try doing the interval change, making it smaller.
Like that.
Yeah. Make sure this one doesn't droop as well. Make sure they're both sticks will have to be parallel. Yeah. There you go. That's better. Now try using the normal interval. Remember, let's try to keep it parallel. So yeah, don't let
Sorry.
droop. It's okay. Like I said, you have to develop the muscles between your pinky and your ring finger. Yeah. So now, when it comes to playing each individual stick, we're going to use the Stevens grip right now since that's where we're at. To play the left stick only, to play individual sticks or mallets, pretend like you're about to just turn a doorknob. So just try that, yeah. And it'll rotate off of this one. So without making this one move, try just to hit that stick. And it's like you're rotating. There you go. Yeah. It's gonna move slightly, but the goal is to not make it move hectically. Move it all around. Try it one more time. Yeah. Now try it the opposite way. Yeah. That's the basic idea of it. So now we'll revert back to the Burton script, and we'll do the same thing. We'll do the same thing for that one. We'll isolate each one. You get the idea.
Like that, right?
You can stick that one out farther more. That's the one where it's gonna cross. Yeah, that's fine. About an inch or so. Remember that one goes. No, you cross that one behind it. There you go. Now we'll try isolating each one. Like if you're turning a doorknob as well. Now let's try the other stick. Yeah. That's fine. Now a question for you. What grip would you prefer? Which one seemed easier for you?
I think the Burton's feels easier to learn, but I think the Stevens I like more.
Okay. And each person's different. Each person's hold is different. Whatever makes them feel comfortable playing, that's fine. I personally like the Burton's grip just because I feel like it's much more easier and it feels more natural to hold the sticks. But each player is different, and yeah, everyone just has to play based off of their comfort. Thank you.